So how do we manifest? I always get this question with my clients and they get so confused on exactly how to do it. And I had a great conversation with one of my clients the other day after a session. She said, Kristen, you always say when I'm manifesting to put it in detail. She said, but if I do my manifestation in detail, for the job I want, for instance, then I feel like I have to put in a 9-to-5 job detail. I have to put in working back in a hospital, which I don't want to work in anymore. And then I have to put in working full-time, and I don't want to work full-time anymore. So those details make me feel stuck again. She goes, I really want a job that has financial freedom, that I can make, $300,000 a year or whatever she said, and that I can travel and I can work from my passion. And I just had to stop her. I put my hand on her leg and I said, think about what you just said. She goes, what? I go, well, you started out with when I am detailed, you said all these things that you didn't want. You didn't want a 9-to-5 job. You didn't want a job back in a hospital. You didn't want to work full time. And so it's funny because you were saying all that, but you said, but what I really want is financial freedom, and I want to work part-time, and I want to work for my passion, and I want to work helping people and joyful and all that. I go, those are the details that you want. So if something brings you down in your manifestation, then we need to leave those details out. That can be for God to work out. You want to work when you're in your prayer or your manifestation, you want to work from the place of joy and what you really want. And you want to feel it. So I said, when you are looking for that job, yes, see the money coming in, see yourself putting the money into the bank, see yourself working from a place of joy, see yourself driving to work, feeling joyful, whatever that is. See yourself working 6 months out of the year and 6 months off, traveling and anything that brings joy. Those are the details you want to do when you're manifesting. Leave all the nitty gritties behind for God to do. Like that doesn't bring you joy. So, and that's not what you want. So we don't want to have that in the manifestation. So if energy is real and our thoughts are real and our feelings are real and they create a field of energy that goes out and pulls things to us, right? Then if we do from the desires of our heart, all these frequencies of, oh my gosh, joy and love and excitement and we're living as if it already happened, that is so exciting. So that goes out in the field. But if we, in our own manifestations or even in our own thoughts, we go, oh, but I'll have to do a 9-to-5 job and I'll have to work part-time and I don't want to work in a hospital. And you know how this goes. So all these joyful feelings go out in the field, and then all these more negative, feelings come and they cancel it out. And so it's really interesting. In order to stay out of the vibrations that don't work for you, you just kind of be very conscious of leaving those aside in your thoughts throughout the day and in your worries. Like those are details. You don't want to do that. So we're going to actually put them over here. We're going to live in a place as if it had already happened. We're living in a place that I am going to work every day, and I see how great it feels to be working part-time, making this great money, working for my passion, traveling around the world, whatever it is that you love, stay in those vibrations. Let God do the rest. So when I am doing my prayer manifestation, I see and I feel detailed of where I want to be. I see people coming up to me and saying, oh my gosh, I know what you do. I know who you are. You're the best at what you do. And I feel how good that feels, that I am, for me, in my manifestation, helping people. And so that brings me joy. So I stay in that place, and then I get all those great feelings when I'm doing my prayer work or my manifestation work and my details that way, and I lift it up to the light. And I lift it up to God and I say, thank you so much. And I can't wait to see when this is going to transpire. And then I leave those details up to God for the how, when, where, and why that these things are going to come. And I don't bring my manifestations down with what we would say 3D, 3D reality, living in a place of lack of or not enough, or in a place of I have to compromise or something like that in order to get the desires of my heart. So we want to kind of push those off aside. We want to live in a place of joy. We want to manifest as if it's already happened. Give thanks, being anything that you're grateful for. I mean, even if it's the trees and the birds and the sky and your family and your spouse and your loved ones and friends and all that stuff, any kind of gratitude feeling also just helps us to bring forth more of those higher vibrational events in our lives. And the cool thing is, we don't have to go anywhere to get the desires of our heart. We just need to stay in a higher vibration. Everything is energy in this world. Everything is. It's frequency, vibration, and energy. And so if we are in a frequency, vibrational, energy place in our life where we are lifted up and we are in a higher state of consciousness, of gratitude, of love, then we are going to attract those very things. If we are in lack of and limited thoughts and not enough, we will attract those things, or we'll cancel out the very desires of our heart. So one more step to this is being very, very, very conscious in your everyday thoughts and actions, staying in the here and now, being aware of how you feel, being aware of how you hold your tension in your body, and being aware of the thoughts that go out. Quite often we live, I read it somewhere, where we live like 90 to 95% of our lives in an unconscious state. We are just literally walking through our day unconsciously, and we're unconscious of the thoughts that come in, we're unconscious of shoving our feelings down, and we're unconscious of how we're holding our body and the tension. Be conscious of the here and now. Be very mindful of the thoughts that come in and out. Now, when a negative thought comes in that you have habitually thought, or or a limiting thought comes in, you just say, okay, there you are. Yeah, but I hear you, limiting thoughts, or whatever you want to call it. And it was cute because my client and I were talking about this. I said, you can even call that, it's like an entity or a name. It's not you anymore. Those limiting thoughts are not you. That's not you. You are unlimited. But this limiting thought will come as an entity. So she goes, I like that. It's separate than me. I said, yes, it's separate than you. So when it comes, you can say, hello, limiting thoughts. How are you doing today? Yes, I know. I know that a 9-to-5 job is not what you want, and I know you're scared that you're going to be brought back into that working full time, and you listen to your limiting thoughts and you say, but I am no longer going to listen to limiting thoughts. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm going to show you to God. I'm going to show you to the light. I'm going to show you to the door, and now I'm going to pull in my passion and my unlimitedness, my desire to move forward in a very, very unique way of living from a place of freedom and not lack of and not enough anymore. And so it's very much like when I'm in therapy with my clients. I tell them, as their pain comes in, you give gratitude. When the pain comes in, you acknowledge it, you feel it, you say thank you so much, and then you move it through. So we're going to move even in like pain, and even in sadness, we move that through. Same thing in manifestation. We'll have the negative thoughts, the limiting thoughts come through, and we have to say, oh, there you are again. You don't want to shove them down, and you don't want to go unconscious, because that's how you're going to live your life. So you go, there you are, limiting thoughts. Okay, I understand, but I'm going to move you. I'm going to move you out of my thoughts, and I move you up to the light, to God, and I'm going to call in all that joy about where I'm going in life, because where I'm going is mighty and fun and adventurous and full of so much joy and love. So hope this helps. Treat your limiting thoughts as like an entity or a friend. I mean, it can be a friend, welcome in, hi, limiting thoughts. Hear what the friend has to say, and then pass the friend the negative thoughts out of your field, and then pull in all the joy of where you want to go in life. I hope that helps. Thank you, and have a great day. Goodbye.